All right, this is the card. It has the little heart punch. It says, let's get together soon. So we'll make this one. In your kit, pull everything out. So you have your envelope, and again, you can set that aside. It's already done. And then you have your card base. You can also set that aside for now. We're going to stamp our heart. And then these hearts are punched from the heart punch. So this is for the white, and this one was for the Orchid Oasis, and they just layer together. Easy peasy. For the stamp colors, I used the Orchid Oasis ink, and the stamp says, let's get together soon. And again, you can use any stamp you want here that will fit in this heart. But for the sample, this is what I'll do. Just kind of center it there. Okay. And now we can layer that onto our heart background. Okay, we're going to set that aside. That's all the stamping for this card. So put this away. It's got ink on my finger. Okay, so next you are going to put your background, your DSP, onto your little white piece. This is the piece that's this smaller size. So we're gonna mount those on there. Actually, I'm gonna put this little piece in the card base so I don't forget about it. So this just goes inside. Trim off the extra. Also inside is this little teapot. And then this just comes out of the paper, the Tea Party paper. It's this piece here, and you can see all the little teapots. And I just cut them out of the paper and then use them for little decorations. So this one, I'll fussy cut just a little bit, but you can kind of see, you just kind of trim around. Leave a little bit of white. That actually looks a little better than trying to get all the way to the colored part. To do the inside of the handle, here's what I do. I take my piercing mat and I use a paper piercer. I bought this from some scrapbook company years ago, but you can get them on Amazon. Just type in paper piercer, paper piercing tool, or something like that. But you just use this piercing mat, and I just poke through and kind of make a little notch. And then I take my fussy cutting scissors. These are the best ones. I don't remember where I got these, but these are my favorite fussy cutting scissors. They might have been from Creative Memories years ago. There's a little bit of tape on there. Okay, so then I just take my scissors down that little slit to the corner, and then I just kind of work my way up, inside, around, just little snips until I kind of get it how I want it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you get the idea. That cuts out the inside. You don't have to do that. You can leave it. That I just like to when I do fussy cutting. These paper snips work well too from Stampin' Up. So anyway, I do have one that's finished, so we'll put that one on. And then that just glues down on to the side, bottom, kind of bottom right of this little inside piece. And this glue I get from Amazon. It's called Art Glitter, and it's a clear glue. And it just has this tiny little tip. Make sure you pick the one that has the little tip, because that's key. Not all of them have it. Just make sure it has that included. Just put your little teapot down. All right, we'll set that aside now. Let that dry. Okay, so we are going to build our front layer. So just some adhesive. We'll put that at the bottom, and you'll have a little bit of border on the outside edge. Okay, and then we'll do this light purple piece. It's called Fresh Freesia. That's the color. And then we'll mount that. So to make sure we have the same edge, and it can overlap in the middle, we won't even see that. So if your piece is just a little bigger, make sure that your edges are all even, and the inside will get covered with that ribbon. So, all right, that's a little bit off, but it's fine. Okay, now you're gonna take your little piece of baker's twine, and this comes from, it's a 5-pack. And these are the in colors, the newest colors that Stampin' Up! Sells. And you get 1 roll of each color. So the in color baker's twine. It comes in a 5-pack. This is the one that's the Orchid Oasis color. Oh, I just accidentally made it a knot in there. That's okay. We'll cut it off. All right, so to do your bow, here's how I do it. I leave a little string on the end. That'll be the end of my bow. And then I just wrap it twice. And then I tie the bow on the side. And then I'm just gonna twist it to the middle. But you'll get a very nice bow if you do it this way. And then I just do the bunny ears. Make a bow. And then I twist it kind of to the side. Straighten it out. Oh, it loosened up. Okay, let me do that again. I probably need to do a knot first. Okay, we'll do it that way. Do a little knot, then the bow. Now we're gonna twist it. And then I just put a little bit of tape in the back just to keep it where I want it so it doesn't move. Those loops are still really big. Okay. I want it kind of on the side like that, because our heart's gonna go right here, and it will still show. I'm gonna cut off our ends. And I just put a little bit of tape in the back, just to keep it there. Okay, now we can mount this onto our base. We're going to use dimensionals. Raise it up a little bit. And with something this size, 5 is usually plenty. So each 4 corners and then 1 in the middle. Okay, so we mount that on. All right, we're gonna add our heart. We're also gonna put dimensionals on this heart. So this does get a little thick. If you are going to mail this, you need to make sure you add non-machinable postage, which are the butterfly stamps. And if you go to the post office and ask for the butterfly stamps, they should know what you're asking for. But if not, they're the non-machinable stamps. They're a little bit more, but it makes it so that the machines don't try to run this card through, and they'll hand cancel it instead, so it doesn't get stuck in the machines. So I learned that the hard way, having a few cards destroyed and returned to me undelivered. So that's how you avoid that. So you will get your opal rounds in your kit. You'll use these, and you can put these on anything, anywhere, however you want. There's plenty, so you'll have lots of extra to use for whatever. There are some bigger ones and some smaller ones. They're just slightly different, so you can use them however you want. I'm gonna put 2 here, a big and a small. And then, let's see, let's do a big one over here. This paper piercer works really well for picking up little jewels and things too. So, handy tool. I wish Stampin' Up! Sold them, but they don't, so we go elsewhere. And that's it. That is our finished card. And you can put whatever sentiment you want. I think that's a fun one, and you can add something inside if you want to.